The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
Draw attention to the rivers, raise awareness in the public of how important it is to basically maintain river health. And one of the principal reasons we want to do that is to cut back on the flooding that occurs, and it's occurring more and more frequently now because of global warming, because of the more rain we're getting, but primarily because of runoff that's coming from both urban areas and agricultural areas. So about 7 to 9% of the runoff that feeds the rivers comes from urban areas like this, where you have parking lots and streets and paved areas will not absorb the water. Think about a city that has a huge area. When the rain falls on it, it's all going into the river at some point. About 85% of it comes from agricultural areas. The runoff comes from agricultural areas. So what we want to do is to try to cut back on that amount of runoff. Over here we have a crew. That's a tube. We had a number of shed up by Grove Park to house these shells. They call them shells. The boats are called shells. And they have 4-person shells and 8-person shells. We just had a woman's 4 on the river earlier today. We got 2 out there now. Headwaters Park was originally a flood control project. The idea behind Headwaters is not only is it a nice city park, it's a low area that when there is flooding, it will flood the park before it floods the city. That was one of the main ideas behind creating Headwaters Park.
Really?
Now, of course, we have other ways of dealing with stormwater runoff. Number 2 runoff station is over here near the pumping station. There used to be a tremendous amount of water that came out of there when there was a big storm or something and the runoff accumulated. Now the Big Dig, which is a huge underground reservoir that's been built over the last couple of years, absorbs the vast majority of that runoff water. And that is controlled so you don't have it running in the rivers. It goes up to the water filtration plant and gets treated there before it's put back in the river or put in the drinking water. Great organization. They've worked with another organization that I had festivals and things like that to raise funding and awareness for the Maumee River. Save Maumee is another organization that's involved with that.
Wow.
If you look behind me on the top of the abutment, you'll see the number 100. That's the 100-year flood level. Hopefully that'll never happen again with this underground reservoir and more emphasis focused on upriver mitigation of runoff. In the agricultural areas, I don't know if I mentioned it, but 85% of the runoff comes from agricultural areas. So there are various ways of dealing with that. For a while we've been doing no-till farming, which is farming in which a lot of the green cover crop, basically, that's not part of the harvest crop, is retained rather than being tilled out. So it holds on to the soil, doesn't get washed away, holds on to the moisture in the soil. So no-till is one way to do it. Growing more and more cover crops is another really good way to retain the soil and the ability of the soil to retain moisture, all of which prevents runoff. If you don't want runoff, that causes the river levels to go up. The American port was built there after the French port. Captain Whistler ran the fort, caused it to be built and then operated it. And of course we had a lot of negotiation with Chief Little Turtle, who was a very important member of the Native American tribes in the region. And you'll see a statue of Little Turtle over on the right here, kind of facing the fort. Captain Whistler. When you're on the river to try to figure out where you are, most of the time you have no idea where you are because you can't see the city. Now you can see part of the city. There's Headwaters Pavilion. You just kind of see the top of it over there. This is part of Headwaters Park still. You saw the dock on the other side of the Bending River. They're defining where the channel is for us. They've been working on the bridge here, of course. We finished the west half pretty nearly, and now they're working on the east half.
Is this restaurant open to people now?
Yeah. Sorry?
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, the bridge on one side.
Okay.
Trips that will also be somewhat similar to the Martin Luther King that might. Yeah, they do.
Maybe so. I don't know what the really.
What's that again?
Is this the bridge that's supposed to be somewhat similar to the Martin Luther King?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really? They're going to add.
Yeah, they're gonna have some kind of decoration around it and everything.
Pretty much finance by Indiana Michigan. There's an all-electric.
Feed on average about 23 to 32 million gallons of water every day. That's how much consumption we have. All that stone is Indiana limestone. Yep. Well, the first part of that building is 1930s, and then 1950 is one section, 1960s is another, and 1970s is the last.
So the tower, was that part of the first building?
Yeah, that was part of the first building. There's a tank in there that we used to clean out the filter beds, the last finishing part of the drinking water.
St. Mary's River. You really see the color difference right coming up here if you look.
Dark green and then light
Yeah,
green.
now it goes to light brown. St. Mary's pretty much has its origins over in Ohio, near Grand Lake, near Salina, Ohio, and St. Mary's. And then it comes over here, kind of snakes over here, and then ends up running into the St. Joe, which comes down from near Hillsdale, Michigan. Of course, the St. Mary's was part of the Erie Canal system, really. I mean, the Grand Lake was a reservoir that was dug by hand in the 1840s. Looks like we have a bit of a rain shower here. You guys, there might be a little room in the back if you want to move back there. You all right?
That's all right.
Football game was played at Fort Wayne
Okay, I don't think you told us that.
because a guy, Sylvanius, and they were specifically dedicated to creating arc lights. And so they wired up, I don't know where it was, one of the baseball fields with these lights, and they had a nice baseball game there.
We'll go pick one up any.
There's like business cards and there's things on there. If you contact them, they can tell you, because I know it's illegal to have them.
Well, it's illegal to have.
That is a full-grown adult.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's different though.
Yeah.
George's head.
This is Screech Owl,
Oh, okay.
and this is a Barred Owl.
Oh, okay. It's pretty.
Thank you. Yes, thank
Did
you.
you train it a lot?
We work with them on the glove each week and backing them down, and
I was gonna say.
he's
it's
a
just
pretty
lucky.
mellow bird. He is. Cole picked him up. He had a head tilt and some vision issues in his left eye, so he couldn't hunt. He's done I don't know how many presentations over the years, and educating people on the importance of having a raptor. Yep, he sure does. He says, and they're so good.
They can see 100 times better. Can you imagine that? Boy. Almost pitch dark, they can still see.
Yep. And they fly silent, so that they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like they're close enough.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
What's his name?
Peabody.
Peabody.
Yep.
How about Sherman? Do you have Sherman with you, Peabody?
No, I don't. He says, but my girlfriend is back at our house.
Okay.
So he loves to play games with me when I go to get him for a presentation. I have to stay in there for quite a while talking, and I try to get him to come to my glove. But what he likes to do is spin circles around me and stay up high where I can't reach. But then, if he gets on the wall and it's holding onto the screen and one of his little jesses hangs down, then I can get him then. And the second I get him, it's like he's just fine, and he was just letting me know he was in charge. He wasn't going to let me have him. Huh?
What does he eat?
He eats, we try to give him a variety of things, but his favorite are mice. So he eats mice, and he'll eat like each day 2 of them. He'll eat 2. And I always tell people, if you're lucky enough, sometimes I can stay in there and watch him eat. And he will eat it like an Oreo cookie from the inside out.
He been a surrogate for some babies that we've gotten in that were orphaned or.
When she hatches them,
She's a.
what do you think it's hers?
They don't hatch.
Oh, I mean, if you did. Did hatch like a chicken egg, would
She wouldn't take a chicken.
Oh, she wouldn't?
Nope. They know.
They know. Okay.
Yeah, because they're
Not just a lazy egg, huh?
No. No, but as babies come in, we've had some come in injured or just, needing mom yet, and they've gotten lost or, whatever. And Indy will actually, feed them, and she will put her wings out like you come in there, and she's right by that baby, and then they miss each other. They call back and forth to each other. We separate them when Indy's being a surrogate. So, yep.
Okay.
So, yep. He says, I miss her.
So is that why they feed at night?
They call each other. Call into each other, yes.
Okay.
If she hasn't had any babies, how could she feed them?
She doesn't. She will feed. We feed them.
Oh,
we
okay.
feed all the ones, our education birds. But she will we leave extra food for the baby, and she'll tear it apart. Not him, but his mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she'll feed and make sure. And Indy.
Where you want to put them on the nose? All right, get in there. You guys are awesome. I love it. They say
And then my youngest is Haley now. Haley, I'll be forming up.
Interesting. So you're the instructor of sound or There you go, that's what I was looking for.
How are you? Doing fine. What are you guys making today?
I'm going to make you something.
Awesome.
My name's Kip Creek. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Wesley. And can you tell us how we get hold of you and you to come out for anything?
How to get a hold of us? Facebook. Pipsqueak Clarabelle, message me. Or they can call me. You want my phone number?
Yeah, you
Top secret material right there.
No, don't need that.
Go ahead. 418-6267. Call me and I will cover on it.
Awesome!
I made you a turtle bracelet.
Oh, that's awesome! Oh, that's so cute.
Shouldn't get in the way.
Sweet, thank you. Okay, there we go. Who are you?
Drippy.
Wow.
Drippy the water drop.
And where's he from?
From Clean Drains, Fort Wayne.
Wow, that's awesome. The new mascot in town.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep the water clean. Love it. Who am I with?
Hi, I'm Calista. This is Michaela, Abby, and we're playing music for some kids. We're music therapy students at Purdue Fort Wayne, and yeah, we're kind of branching out and doing it here for the fundraiser tonight.
Oh, and what is music therapy for people that don't know about what it is?
Good question.
Oh my gosh. So music therapy is a reflective process, and we essentially help improve the quality of life of other people using music as a tool of a therapeutic process. And so through that, we're able to help them cognitively, physically, mentally, and just so many different ways. Music it just allows you to become the best person like that you are as a being, and it's a really amazing experience for a lot of people, and so we're here to facilitate that experience.
Oh, that's awesome! And where do people find music therapy at most of the time?
There's a lot of different places you can find it. I've done it in a hospital before, and I've done it in facilities for the elderly and elementary schools, and it's for all ages and really anywhere.
Oh, that is awesome!
Yeah.
Thank you!
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Turning my torsos too.
And that woman in the red jacket there, like that man was over there.
Royal.
Huh. Let me retire my phone in too. Yeah, no, that's.
Over here.
Head on. Oh.
Can you help taking that down? Okay.
97.3 is the number. WNED 97.3. Putting the kayaks away. You know what has the most deal? Guess this is for distance. Kind of.
So the woman who's speaking right now, her name's Vicky. You can kind of see her back through this doorway here.
Okay.
That's who I would ask.
Who am I with?
Hi, I'm Vicky Kersey. I'm a docent for the Sweet Breeze Canal Boat, replica canal boat that plies the rivers here in Fort Wayne on the 3 rivers we have. I've been doing this for a couple of years, officially on the Sweet Breeze, a couple more years as a docent on some pontoon boats that the Three Rivers Festival had.
Awesome, and can you tell us what you guys do the tours about? How is it if somebody wants to do a tour with you guys?
Well, the information we provide, historical information, talks about the rivers as well as the Fort Wayne history and return as it pertains to the canal boat, the replica canal boat we operate, general Fort Wayne history, how we got to be who we are, the people that are here, and any other topics the guests who ride with us ask.
Oh, that's awesome. And what is your guys' season? I know you guys are coming to the end season, but when is the season normally is?
We generally run between middle of May to the end of October.
Oh.
So whenever the rivers become slow enough and unfrozen and low enough, we have to worry about the spring rains and the flooding a little bit, so that kind of determines when we can put the boat in and so forth.
Oh, awesome. And how do people find out when the dates are and things like that?
Okay. The boat is operated, it's owned by the Friends of the Rivers. It's a not-for-profit group. It is operated under the auspices of the Fort Wayne Parks and Rec Department, and so you can go on to their website and look up Sweet Breeze and order your tickets online through that way.
Awesome. And how many people can you hold at one time on here?
We hold 38 guests, and we have a crew of 3 every tour.
Oh, that's awesome. And I saw you guys, you didn't be able to get wheelchairs and stuff too.
We are handicap accessible, so we can take wheelchairs on and people in walkers, some strollers and that. We have a limited amount of space sometimes for certain items, but we are accommodating, yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we do accept leader dogs, as far as those who are I can't even think of the name of that, what they're called.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, like the service dogs type stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And how many years you guys been doing this out here?
Well, the boat was put in 2017, and so it's been operating for 5 years already, but only 2 years with the Fort Wayne Parks Department as the operators.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
And you're welcome. Have a great
one off.